this morning assignment discussion for leading the discussion or assignment discussion. And we are going to look to the various tasks that learners would need to get themselves abreast to be able to achieve and present a decent work that may require the necessary marks that they want to attain. Okay. Found the thing that I'm not linked states. In assignment submission is that we have certain guidelines that we need to um, now they have a scale of references where your reference should be the Harvard style of references. It should be the Harvard style of references. And then your font size to use is 12. Okay. Now task one. You are asked to identify the key legislation affecting your chosen area of health and social care and develop a presentation for delivery to the senior management team about the legal requirements and the systems and processes that will ensure compliance. You should provide slides and detailed notes for the presentation. Okay. So we are to look into the key legislation affecting your chosen area of health and social care and to develop a presentation for delivery to the senior management team about the legal requirements and the systems and processes that will ensure compliance. You should produce slides and detailed notes for the presentation. However, your slide and notes must one explain those key legislation and statutory requirements underpinning your chosen area of care, chosen area of care underpinning your chosen area of care, underpinning your chosen area of care, national context. You should be able to analyze the organizational systems and processes that will ensure compliance. So I believe that students should be able to understand some of these key statutory requirements, where you are made to understand that there are things that one needs to emphasize, making sure that we have the right tools and legislation. My sister, thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm not sure I'll call you back once I'm back. My sister, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Morning. Yeah, so we're doing with the lectures we've completed all slides. You should have all the recordings. I don't know why you're not able to access.
Can't access it, and I've sent a message to get her. She hasn't responded to that. I can't access any video. Even the login details, it doesn't take me to Mojo.
We have to get this thing sorted out for you today. Let's make the lectures because this is very bad. Because we finished everything. Today is the last one for the learning
Unit.
discussion. So you are
Okay.
you are still using the old links, you see.
Okay.
That's not working. Yeah, so let's crack on. I'll make sure um I'll see if I can get the recorded links from my WhatsApp and send them to you also on your WhatsApp, okay?
All right. Thank you.
And whilst I take them together, because the last time I spoke to them, I mentioned this, I did mention that too, and they said everything is on the model. So I don't know why
Okay.
it's still struggling yet. So let's crack on.
Okay.
So first of all, I'm sure you know that pertaining to this uni and the kind of course we're doing, when it comes to in the UK, when it comes to reference, it's taking serious attention is given to any assignment that you submit. You need to have some references. I'm sure you are much aware.
Yes, I am.
So yeah, but there are different types of references. Some university use is APC kind of references, but for this purpose of references, we use the Harvard style of reference. Okay, Harvard style. You know about Harvard style reference, do you?
No, I don't.
So you've not even you've not had access to model. You've not read anything about the course outline.
I have read. Yeah, I have read
Okay,
something.
if you go back, if you have read, you would have seen that the references is the Harvard style of reference. That's what we use. So the
Yeah,
Harvard style
I've
of
seen it.
reference. Go ahead. You want to ask a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I said I've seen it, but I haven't taken time to understand how it works.
Okay. So there are different type of reference, but the Harvard style of reference is one of the widely type of reference that is used in the UK by most universities. And what the format is that if you have read a book or you've gotten information from a journal
Okay.
or an article or a book, the Harvard style of reference is that you need to state the author of the book first. Okay.
Okay.
The slides that we did, you would have seen some reference. I think I did one slide with you, didn't I?
Yes, we did one together.
Yeah, so normally below those slides, you see reference list. I don't know if you have taken notice of it.
Yes.
I normally take you to that, yes. So that reference list, you see the format they are in. If you go back and check, you realize that they are in a certain kind of sequence. And that's the Harvard style of reference. So the author of the book and then the name of the book. So if let's say Olufemi wrote a book on healthcare management, okay,
Yeah.
and I'm quoting, I've read that book and says that the effectiveness of healthcare management.
Okay.
Now, if I have, it was page 5 or page 2 that I got that information from to support my submission or quote something that I thought it is important for me to pick and borrow from Olufemi's book. The essence of reference is that you are trying to state that that information that you have is not your own. You understand?
Yes.
Because in the UK they take plagiarism very serious. So all you are trying to say is that I am stating that this piece of information that I have added to my assignment, it is not my own. It came from, then you put the source there. You understand me?
Yeah.
So according to Olufemi, name first, book Olufemi, effectiveness of healthcare management. So the name of the author and then the name of the book, okay, or the title of the book. And then you can even go further and even state the page, maybe page 5 or page 2, okay? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
This is what we call the Harvard style of reference.
Okay.
I don't know if some of the slides that we did previously. Hold on, let me check. Let me check if I can have some of the slides we did. But if you have read some of these slides, you should have seen it.
Yes, I've seen it. I've seen the mention of Harvard style.
Yeah, the Harvard style of reference. Yeah. So it's very important. Your submissions should be about. So normally after you've completed your assignment, beneath it you should have a reference list where you state all the references that you use in your assignment. Yes, everything should be there. If it's 20, you put all the 20 there. 20 full. So if there are 3 authors that wrote, sometimes you may have 3 authors or 4 authors that wrote one particular book. Okay. Sometimes you may have 5 people that wrote one particular book. They are all we call them co-authors. Okay. Co-author. You have to state each of them and their name. Okay.
All right then.
So if it's Olufemi, if it's Olushola, if it's all of them on the reference list, you have to state them. But in your writing, you don't have to state all of them. You understand?
Okay.
In your writing, you can say according to Olufemi and all, ETAL. Olufemi and all, which comprise. So you only mention the first name, the first author. You don't have to put all the 3 authors there. Olufemi, ET space AL. Okay.
Yeah.
According to Olufemi and all, it means you are saying that the other 4 people, but you are not catching all of them.
Quoting them at that point, yeah.
At that point, yes. In your assignment itself, you can ignore those ones. And then according to Olufemi and all, then the book effective of argues that it is important that you bring the point and embody your point. But when it comes to the reference list, you have to quote all the names. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we call Harvard style of reference.
All right, that's taken.
And then your font size, you have to make sure your font size is not less than 12.
Okay, can it be more than 12?
Yeah, you can go more than 12. You can do 13, but preferably, yeah. Depending on this, they have to see clearly, but not less than 12. You can do 13, you can do 14.
All right.
Then there's no 13, but there are 14s. At least you can do 14, but not less than 12 because it needs to be seen audibly, Yeah, and clearly. So these are what you need to take note. So those are a few guidelines down. Bullet points. Yes, try to use bullet points that will help you to beautify your presentation. You understand me? Yes, use bullet points. Okay. Create margins, 1.5 margin at each side. You can create margins and make sure that your work is in the correct order. So margins, at least 1.5 space between them. So these are few things that you need to take note of, bullet points and all that. So let's crack on. So we were on task 1. Now in task 1, you are being asked to identify the key legislation affecting your chosen area of health and social care and develop a presentation for delivery to the senior management team about the legal requirements and the systems and processes that would ensure compliance. You should produce slides and detailed notes for the presentation. You should produce slides and detailed notes for the presentation. Your slides and notes must, first of all, explain the key legislation. So for this, if you have had a chance to read, I'm sure you should not be afraid. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
if you have chance to go through your lectures, this should not be a problem to you, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, because all this information are on the lecture notes. They are on there. But this time, yes, because level 5 is more senior management, you understand me?
Yeah.
It's more so they expect that you're able to do a presentation and to be able to convince management, with those, not so it may be detailed because leadership qualities, you have to have detailed information. So say your slides and notes must first of all explain the key legislation and statutory requirements underpinning your chosen area of care in your national context. Explain the key legislation statutory requirements underpinning your chosen area of care in your national context. Okay, so you would have to just look out for or search according to lecture notes the key legislation and statutory requirements. There are lots of them, you understand?
Yeah.
There are lots of them. There are lots of them. Health and safety, lots of them. Okay. But it says that on your chosen area of care. So look at those key areas, the chosen area of care, connect them together and then analyze. Analyze. It says analyze the organizational systems and processes that will ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. Having chosen and explained the key legislation and statutory requirements in your chosen area of care in your national context. For that matter, you are in UK, so in UK, analyze the organizational systems and processes that will ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. So, oh God, what was happening? Oh, sorry. Sorry, please. There's something I've done.
No problem.
Okay. So then, yeah. So, do we have any questions at this stage?
Not at all. Thank you.
Then, so that will enable you to have some pass mark on with this explanation, but to enable you to achieve a more higher mark beyond a pass mark, what we call merit in the UK. You should be able to go further and at least give some examples of what you are choosing. So to achieve those marks, you have to analyze two examples of the responses of organizations to inspection requirements relevant to your choosing context. So this is for you to get a merit mark. The ones
sorry, can I ask a question? Now, when you say context, your chosen context, can you give me an idea of what the expectation is in your chosen area of care? So what are the areas available? And I need to understand that part.
Okay. So let me give you some. So let's look at task 1. Okay. It says you are asked to identify the key legislation affecting your chosen area of health and social care and develop the chosen area of care. So health and social care have different types of we have the social care, okay?
Okay.
We have the healthcare itself. But social care is more to do with the just like supported living, okay?
Residential.
Living care, that's more local, okay? Then you have the healthcare itself, that's more to do with the hospitals, okay?
Okay.
And so I'm sure because you've not had a chance to get your access to the lecture notes, if you have, because you would have understood the chosen area of care within that we have. So there are different types of healthcare. We have the social care, we have adult care. You understand me?
Okay.
They all function within
Children services and all. So
exactly.
It's to choose between any of those.
Exactly. And let me see if I can go back. Just 1 minute. Let me see.
Okay.
That's what I meant to give you something. So, what is can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. I've just added something now.
Okay.
Can you see? Okay, so say
AC1.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
That's the task one, still on the task one. Okay. Learners must identify and explain the key legislation regulatory framework relevant to their chosen national contest. As letter A option. They should identify key points and how to underpin care in sector. Coverage likely include current health and social care policy and legislation, regulatory bodies such as CQC and their role in the UK context. Okay.
All right.
So first of all, anything we talk about should be in UK. Okay.
Mhm.
Small bit, yeah. Has regulatory frameworks and standard controls relating to quality of care. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I have said that the area of care which I am going to get you another information. I'll give you some bit of information so you could get more stuff. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Where I'm building it now,
Yes. So let
does it
us
answer your question? Look
provide
at
a
it.
short summary. Okay. All right. Now this context now is if one chooses your national context, is it for the purpose of this unit, or that's going to be the context you will use throughout the entire course?
I mean, well, yes, because I mean the contest cut across the entire course for this particular unit. Okay, because that is your assignment discussion. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 3 functions as well. So once you have chosen your care contest, I just say yes, that's what you can use for all the other task. Okay.
Okay. All right then.
So have you gotten understanding?
Yes, I have.
So for example, UK, I mentioned that to you, the adult social care and all that, you understand?
Mm,
Those are the so it's, first of all, the national should be UK, okay?
yeah.
But the contest, there are different types of contest within healthcare. Social care, adult care, and all that. So those are the content that you're looking at. Okay.
Okay.
So and explain this. Check. So can you see the second bit below on the achieving your merit? Have you seen that?
Yes, to achieve a merit, your slides and notes must also have seen the information.
Okay. So look at what I've just added now. This one.
Yes, I've seen it. Learners must analyze 2 examples of how organizations that they know or have researched have responded. I've seen that.
So these are better information that you also take note of to be able to achieve a merit. Okay. So let's crack on. Are we together?
Yes, we're together.
Okay. So let's crack on. So let's look at the task 2 there. The task 2, you said members of the senior management team know that you have been studying leadership and management theory and team leadership, and they are interested in how this knowledge might be applied in improving the leadership and management of the organization. You have asked, you have been asked, you have been asked, you have been asked. You have been asked to write, you have been asked to write a report, write a report to a team to consider. You should use example from your chosen contest. You see the same contest. Okay.
Yeah.
So it runs you to it. You should use examples from your chosen contest in your report. Okay. Your report must have analyzed 3 theories or models of leadership and management relevant to your chosen contest. Assess the application of your selected theories or models in your chosen area of health and social care. So contest, health and social care, okay? Evaluate the Tuckman theory of team. That's when you read them, you get it. And the Tuckman theory has what it means, you know. So when you go to your slides, you can get that information on your Tuckman, and then you can do your references. Evaluate the Tuckman theory of team formation and the Bell-Bees team rule theory and the application in your chosen contest. Again, in your chosen area of contest, what you have chosen in the first one. We are trying to use Tuckman theory and Bell-Bees to sort of explain, you know, in that particular contest, what by assessing that in your contest, what those models and theories, how relevant can they be, or are they relative to your chosen area of contest and health and social care? Okay.
Yes.
Then when you have done that, you then have to assess the potential barriers to teamwork in your chosen area of contest, and also how they can be addressed. So in effect, you are looking at the barriers, the shortfalls, what may impede your chosen area of contest, what may be the possible barriers relative to teamwork, you know. Yeah, exactly. And then you have to also provide solutions, okay?
Okay.
How to address. You get a lot of information from your slides and online, and how you can address those barriers, having the surface or come into play. Okay.
Okay.
So those are things that you have to take note of. And then to add more information to it, just give me a minute, and then I will. So I would say that because it says a report, it must be professional, okay?
All right.
Yes. Professional style report and format. And then also, I would say that the report should be well done and should be okay, the report must include analysis of future, which we have said about of leadership. Oh, that's you said it already. Hold on. Said that already. Said it already. And we also mentioned that um, so mentioned this. So I hope you're following.
Yes, I'm here.
Good. I've just added a bit of information. Can you say it?
Okay, the one learners should evaluate, yeah,
Proceed.
information and team roles.
Team of formation. So I'll be very specific now. Okay.
Okay.
So learners should evaluate Takman's and the theories of team formation and team roles. Okay.
Yeah.
Analysis should include key points about the theories and their effectiveness in explaining teamwork. Okay.
Okay.
Key examples, and I'm giving us key example include the Takman team development theory and the Bell-based team rules, but other theories are also valid. It means that you can go beyond these two if you have more information. Okay.
All right.
I'm becoming more detailed for you, so to help you find and read them. Okay. So then and we could also look into the more information.
I may need to leave now.
Okay, you better record it.
Yes, it's past 9. I have an appointment to keep, so I need to go and prepare.
That's fine.
So the concluding part of this session will be recorded and shared with us, right?
This very lecture should be recorded. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I
It's being
can catch
recorded.
up when I return. Okay.
Yes, yes. It's being recorded already. We are recording. It's being recorded. Whilst
All
we
right.
are talking.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
All right.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Have a
You're
great
welcome.
weekend. Thank you so
You
much.
too. You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay. So look at this. Yeah. So look at this. The extension that we qualification. Okay. So I've said that to be able to achieve this mark, you need to have able to explain the Tuckman and pelvic theories, team formation, and team roles. Should be able to analyze. Analysis should include the key points about the theories and their effectiveness in explaining teamwork. Key examples include the Tuckman's team development theory and the Bear Beams team role, but other theories are also valid. Then we have to look into the barriers. Okay, you go to assess the barriers to teamwork in a choosing contest and assess how they can be addressed. Very important. Provide solutions on how they can be addressed. Okay. Learners should identify and assess the impact of barriers to team working, which may include personality clashes and value differences. Okay. And to an extension, if you want to achieve a merit mark, then your report must also review the different types of team and within your chosen area of contest and their purposes. This may include the multi-agency teams of individuals with different professions, project teams for short-term projects, and working parties involved. Okay. Now, to achieve a distinction, okay, you should be able to evaluate your 3 selected theories and models of leadership and management. You have to evaluate it. Okay. You need to have an evaluation of those. Where evaluation means what? You see, you need to have an evaluation of those informations. Okay, you need to have an evaluation of those information. So you say evaluation then will be what? Okay, what then will be the evaluation? In other words, you need to have evaluate. I'll give you a bit more information where you can evaluate. Okay, evaluate. So evaluate where you mean. I mean to say to sort of throw more light. Okay, throw more light. You may evaluate. So you should evaluate the effectiveness and the theories of their chosen contest. Okay, learners should evaluate the effectiveness of the theories and models of leadership and management they have chosen. Okay, and the application in the chosen contest. Okay, okay, this is what we expect you to actually to achieve for a distinction. Okay, all right, you should be able to evaluate effectiveness of the theories and models of leadership and management they have chosen and the application in the chosen contest. Okay, then let's look at task 3. Task 3. Let's look at task 3. In task 3, the senior management team wishes to improve leadership and management within the organization. Okay, within the organization, you are being asked to write a guide for managers about how to lead and manage a health and social care service. Your guide must, one, explain features of effective business and resource management in your choosing context. Okay. Explain the features of effective business and resource management in your choosing context. Explain the process and considerations in making effective decisions in your choosing context. Okay. So, because it's a guide, and you must write a guide. So to speak, it needs to be a bit more detailed, to see how you could improve leadership and management within your organization. So provide a guide for how to lead a health and social care service. Your guide must explain the features of effective business and resource management in choosing context. Explain the process and considerations in making effective decisions in your chosen context. Okay. So the features of your chosen context. You see, effective business and resource management. You talk about human resource management in your chosen context, which probably if it's a health and social care context that you have chosen, you have to explain the process and the considerations in making these effective decisions in your chosen context. Very important. Okay. Very, very, very important. You should be able to analyze. So indirectly, what you mean to say is you are trying to okay, you are trying to so let's hold on. That's um so let's then we can throw more light on those things. So, everything. So, we have two of them for the most person should be think my conflict. Yeah, yeah, this so yeah, this as well that we have to look into. Okay, like in this assignment as well. Are we discussing this? Okay, so yes, so we can look into. Okay, That's for the two. Okay. My discussion. Okay. Right. Three on course. Course on three. And now plus three. Versus this. Right. So the skills. The that's very important. That is to be sorted. The skills. Reading skills. Thinking skills. Okay. Very, very important. That is it. So while we look into the two, how we can analyze the theories and models and formats, and the analysis should cover key points of each theory and models. The learner should be able to assess the use of theories and models that they have selected in their question contest and formats. Okay. Then task 3, we are looking in the learner should evaluate Tuckman's and Derby's theories of team formation and team roles. Analysis should include key points about the theories and their effectiveness in explaining teamwork. Key examples include the Tuckman's team development theory and the Derby's team roles, but also other theories are valid. We mentioned this already. So it's real to assess potential barriers to teamwork in your choosing contest and assess how they can be addressed. Okay, this is our task group. The learner should identify and assess the impact of those barriers, okay, to team working, which may include personality clashes and value differences. Okay. Now, to be able to achieve a merit grade, we expect that the learner should be able to review the different types of team used within your choosing contest and their purposes. Okay. Very, very important. You should be able to do that. Okay. Very, very important. You should be able to achieve that. Teams for short-term project and working parties involved. So those can lead to a merit qualification. However, to achieve a distinction, you should be able to evaluate the 3 selected theories of models and leadership and management. Learners should evaluate the effectiveness of the theories, models of leadership and management that they have chosen and the application in the contest. Okay. Then task 4, which is the final bit. The senior management team should improve leadership and management within the organization. They have asked you to provide a guide that we spoke about. Okay. You should be able to explain the features of the effective business and resource management in your choosing contest. Explain the process and consideration in making effective decisions in your choosing contest. Okay. Very, very important. Learners should explain the features of effective business and resource management in their choosing contest, which may include organization of different functions, responses to external and internal influences, the aims of different operations such as staffing, administration, etc., and the importance of accurate forecasting and sustainability of operations. Analyze the features of positive values-based cultures and how this impacts the management of health and social care service in your choosing contest. In effect, to achieve a distinction grade, we expect that you should be able to assess the strategies to balance the profits and approaches, okay, with a positive value-based culture in your choosing contest. Okay, so these are the 4 things that we expect you to do. So we recap again. we did mention that guidelines should be 12, font size should be 12, reference should be Harvard style. We went through the list, task 1, which talks about learners should be able to identify the key legislation area. We said 1, you have to explain the key legislation and statutory requirements underpinning your choosing area of care. Our first point was that learners must identify and explain those key legislation and regulatory framework relevant to their chosen national context. Where we said national context is UK, but your selected area of care can be adult social care and all that. They should identify key points of legislation and regulations and how it underpins care in the sector. Coverage is likely to include current health and social care policy, legislation, regulatory bodies, CQC, and all that. Those are key things. So we need to ensure that we don't forget national context is talking more about UK, but the selected area of care can be adult social care, okay? Can be adult social care, which I've captured up. Adult social care, you can see it there, okay? All right, adult social care. All right, I'm going to add with the color so you will see what I'm talking about. Adult social care, okay? All right, all right. So then we say explain the key legislation, statutory requirements, and underpinning those. So learners must identify and explain the key legislation regarding framework relevant to their chosen national context. Okay, and we said that you should go further and analyze the organizational systems and process that will ensure compliance with this regulatory requirements. Okay, very important. And to achieve your merits, you should be able to analyze 2 examples of the responses of the organization to inspection and requirement relevant to your chosen context. Learners must analyze 2 examples of how organizations that they know or have responded specifically to inspection requirements in their chosen area. Okay, task 2. It says members of the senior management team have been asked studying leadership and management theory and team leadership, and they're interested in how its knowledge might be applied in improving leadership. You should use example. You have been asked to write a report. Okay, we've said that the report must be detailed. Okay, the report must be detailed. All right, the report must be detailed. Okay, the report must be detailed. You should be able to analyze the 3 theories of models in leadership and management. Okay, learners should be able to use the theories and models they have selected in their choosing context and using examples. Okay, 3, you should be able to, learners should be able to evaluate the Tachman's and Bearview theories of team formation and team roles. Analysis should include key points about theories and their effectiveness in explaining teamwork. A key example is Tachman team development. So these are things that learners should identify the assets, the impact of barriers to team working, and which may include personality clashes and value. To achieve a merit, you have to review the different types of teams and within. Okay, to achieve a distinction, you have to evaluate the 3 selected theories. Learners should evaluate the effect of the theories, models, and leadership management. Okay, and then 4, we've spoken about it. You are supposed to give a guide on how to improve leadership and management. Okay, 1 is to explain the features of effective business and resource management. Learners should explain the features of effective business and resource management in their choosing context, which may include organization of different functions, responses to internal and external influences. Analyze the feature of positive value culture and how this impacts their management. To achieve distinction, you must also assess strategies to balance profit-based approaches. Few information that I think are very relevant is you should be able to have a problem-solving skills, ability to analyze data, define challenges and issues, determine and assessing solutions, planning and implementing solutions, developing contingency plans, assessing effectively. Very, very important. You should have some digital skill as a learner. You should be able to handle and judge the availability of information, problem solving, your online research and presentation. You need to be able to do that as a learner on the level 5 level. Reading skills. You should be able to identify different reading material, reading with a purpose. Okay, and then thinking skills, using analytical skills, research skill, handling information, continuing multiple resources, categorizing information, using critical thinking skills, age listening, reading information, identifying, interpreting, and all that. These are key things that things very, very to this subject. Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll end for the letter to an end. All right. Thank you. Thank you.